Hi, YouTube family. Auntie is here. Patty Jackson. It's not cute not knowing, and now it's time to know. We got curls, we got scoop, and we give out hugs. So, we give out hugs because you never know who needs a hug. And there's a lot going on. There is a weekend version. And it's fancy, and it's got pictures. And LaShawna Simon, she puts it all together. So please look out for that and check us out and let us know what you think. As we head into the weekend, Mars Day and the Time are making headlines. Mars Day and the Time under the tutelage of Prince. They had the song 777, 9311, Gigolos Get Lonely Too. They had their run of hits, The Walk. And then Prince fell out with a lot of people. When you think of Alexander O'Neal, of course, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, well, fell out with Mars Day at the time too. But towards the end of Prince's life, Morris Day and Prince had made amends. And he had been with Prince a lot during those final few months of Prince's life. Well, now Morris Day and the Time are saying that the Prince estate is not letting them use Mars Day and the Time. Can't use the name. Mars is like, what's going on, man? Prince, we weren't fighting at the end. Mars Day released a statement that this is impacting how he feeds his family. Now, the Prince estate has responded saying that we're willing to work with them. Does this come down to money? Do they want a percentage of money if Mars Day and the Time goes out on the road as Mars Day and the Time? We're going to keep you updated on how this plays out, but the Prince estate playing hardball, telling Mars Day and the Time, you're going to have to use another name. Whoopi Goldberg. So how did things go down when she was suspended from The View? The ratings fell apart, and when she came back, the ratings tripled. I think it goes to show if they did try to do something to her, I don't think they're going to try to get rid of her, that the ratings would fall apart because she really is The View. I tell you, when she came back, she looked rested. She looked happy. I think both sides just needed to chill, and she just, everything, this whole situation, let it get out of the headlines with the statement that she made. But she came back, she seemed happier, content. She looks well rested, and she knows, and I think ABC knows at this point, that if you do something to her, it's not going to be a good thing. Grace Franklin, Aretha Franklin's 16-year-old granddaughter, who didn't make it to Hollywood on American Idol, courtesy of Lionel Richie. She says that she is glad that Lionel Richie was open and honest to her because he told her she needs to grow her voice and work on herself. In life, sometimes you got to take a step back in order to leap forward. And I'm so glad that she took his constructive criticism well. I think what surprised a lot of people, it's not Lionel Richie who's giving out the harsh, telling, but I think he's coming this season with a little edge. But grow yourself, grow your voice, and come into it. Now, would she ever go back on American Idol? Grace Franklin says no. Raymond Santana was one of the exonerated 5, the Central Park case years ago that made headlines. And when he was exonerated, falsely accused of a crime, and he served jail time, he got $5 million. He married reality star Delicious. Her body is incredible, and, she became famous because of her body and being on a reality show. Well, the two married, and it looked like they had a great relationship, but now they're divorcing. Is she divorcing because the money ran out? She says he was cheating because everyone's accusing her of being a gold digger, like, oh, the money gone. You don't want to be there no more. She said that Raymond Santana was cheating. He was the one filing for divorce. I think that if anyone is given a large amount of money like that and they don't know what to do without any kind of financial training, you're going to blow it. If you spend all of your money and never put it in, never put anything back in, never do anything to make your money grow so that you don't have to work anymore in your life, A lot of people don't realize that. You ever hear the stories about the people who win the lottery and they blow the money? And it's like, how y'all broke? You want all that money? Because you spent, and then the money is gone. And just because you have a lot of money does not mean it brings happiness. A lot of times it brings a lot of stress. Zendaya covering W Magazine in an amazing photo shoot. Disney Plus is coming out with a cheaper version of Disney Plus, but it's going to have ads. I always say, you got to make those decisions. Well, what streaming services are you going to get? Because it can really be just as expensive as your cable bill. Well, with Disney Plus, they got West Side Story now. They got Encanto. They got The Proud Family, Hamilton. I think it's good for when you have kids because then you get the cartoons, the shows, and things like that. But they're coming out to help families with a discounted version. But this one will have ads, commercials. Cheryl Underwood is going to be on the talk for quite some time. She just signed a new extended contract, even though absolutely no one talks about the talk ever. Winning Time this weekend, some TV highlights. HBO is debuting their new miniseries on the Lakers, as in LA Lakers, and their dynasty in the 80s, the days of Norm Nixon, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and the craziness of that front office. It was a wild time with the Lakers winning and winning. It's called Winning Time. It debuts this weekend. TV One's Unsung is coming back. Yes, Unsung is returning this Sunday. It's going to kick off with my girl, Moni Love, and then they're going to feature PM Dawn. Then they're going to feature Thelma Houston, as well as other acts. Candy Burris, her Bravo reality show, Candy and the Old Lady Gang, is kicking off too. Candy and her mom and her aunts, they have a restaurant called the Old Lady Gang in Atlanta. And this miniseries follows the adventures of the family and everything they went through in getting a restaurant together. It's in Atlanta. That debuts this weekend. At the movies, it's The Batman. A little long, about 3 hours. Some movie theaters trying to be slick and charge extra. Zoe Kravitz, Robert Pattinson, Jeffrey Wright, Colin Farrell. It's an all-star cast. Adam Serkis, that they say is good. It's gotten great reviews. Now, it's dark, does not take you to the beginning of Batman, but the story picks up where he is already Batman and established, but his relationship with Catwoman, Zoe Kravitz. But The Batman opens in theaters, and they're thinking that it's going to be number one. ABC. There's this whole thing with the Academy Awards and shortening their broadcast. ABC had threatened the Academy that if y'all don't do something to make this show shorter, because they said there's a clause in the contract that they would not air the Academy Awards. The ratings have not been good. So they had to do a little trimming, which has upset people to no end. It's not going to be trimmed totally. It's just not going to be shown apart. They're going to edit it down and just show you the winners who won. Kind of like speed things up a little bit, because this Academy Awards cannot go over 3 hours. But there are people that are mad. They feel that everybody should be seen, but the show just drags on. And when you have categories that people don't know, and they're like, who are these people? Little subtle changes. Some people are very mad, but they say that ABC has it in their clause. This show is going to end at a certain time. There will be special things happening. You got a tribute to Samuel L. Jackson, a tribute to Danny Glover. You got 3 women hosts for the first time in history. Amy Schumer, Wanda Sykes, Regina Hall. I hear that each lady is going to get an hour. So it's going to be a different presentation, but the 94th Annual Academy Awards are airing March 27th on ABC. I got to tell you about my morning. Had a chance to interview and hang out with actor Jabari Banks. He stars as Will in Bel Air. Him, the director, Morgan Cooper. I wanted to talk about what was the idea to take a comic a show that was a big comedy hit in the 90s and then bring it back to the 2000s, 2022, and it's a drama version that's very different from what we see. I'm so used to the corny Carlton, Alfonso Ribeiro. They got him as like a little nutcase, and Jeffrey's a sex symbol. Uncle Phil is a sex symbol now. It's different. Some people love it. Some people, it took them a minute because you think of the old version, but this is the drama version where reality hits you in the face. The young man, Jabari Banks, he hails from Philadelphia. Very, very nice. I loved his energy. His energy was all that, him and Morgan. But Bel Air airs on the Peacock Network, and new episodes, they stream every Sunday. They're starting out with an initial, every Thursday, I meant to say. Every Thursday, there's new episodes. They're doing 10 episodes. I know they're going to renew it for season 2 because it's getting that social media buzz. People are getting, they like it. And newcomers who may not be familiar with that 90s version are loving this new drama version of Bel Air, Fresh Prince. But Jabari Banks, what a cool dude. Him and the director, Morgan Cooper. I'm going to be posting a lot today. So this weekend, I'll be posting a lot of the conversation and what we had. Have a great weekend. The weekend edition is going to be here, so make sure you check it out. It's the fancy version, as they call it. So appreciate you guys so much. Have a great weekend. Leave a comment. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video. It's Not Cute Not Knowing, and now you know with the curls and scoop. I'm Patty Jackson. I am your auntie of pop culture.